My name's Tom, and I live on a 10-acre plot just outside town, where the air smells like pine and the only noise is usually birds or the occasional tractor. My property's got a small pond, maybe 20 feet across, surrounded by cattails and a split-rail fence I built myself. It's peaceful, or it was, until Karen, my neighbor from hell, decided to make it her personal playground. Now I'm stuck in a lawsuit because she can't drive an ATV to save her life. Karen moved in last year, buying the lot next door with her husband, Greg, a quiet guy who seems permanently embarrassed by her. She's in her 40s, blonde bob, always in yoga pants, and has a voice that carries like a foghorn. From day one, she's been a nightmare. She complained my pond attracts mosquitoes. It's full of fish that eat them. She called the county because my barn's red paint was too bright. She even tried to get my dog, Rusty, banned from my own yard for barking at her cat. Greg just shrugs and mows their lawn, like he's serving a life sentence. The trouble started in June. It was a sticky Saturday, and I was fixing a fence post near the pond when I heard an engine revving. Over the hill came Karen, tearing across her property on a shiny new ATV, bright red, probably cost more than my truck. She was weaving, kicking up dirt, no helmet, just sunglasses and a wine cooler in one hand. I watched, half amused, half annoyed, as she swerved toward my fence line. My pond's maybe 50 feet from her property, clearly marked by the fence and a no trespassing sign I'd put up after her last complaint. "Karen," I yelled, waving my hammer. "Stay off my land." She didn't hear me or didn't care. She gunned the ATV, hit a root, and lost control. The thing fishtailed, smashed through my fence, and launched her like a stunt gone wrong. She screamed, arms flailing, and splashed into the pond, the ATV half submerged beside her. Rusty barked like it was the 4th of July. I dropped my hammer and ran over, expecting blood or broken bones, but Karen was already thrashing to her feet, waist deep in water, her sunglasses floating nearby. "You idiot!" she shrieked, spitting pondweed. "Your fence tripped me." "My fence," I said, incredulous. "You're on my property. You broke my fence." She waded out, dripping, her yoga pants plastered with mud. "This is your fault, Tom. That pond's a hazard. I could have died." I laughed. I couldn't help it. "You were drunk driving an ATV, Karen. Nobody told you to crash here." Her face went purple. "I'm calling my lawyer. You'll pay for this." She stormed off, leaving the ATV half sunk. I called my buddy Mike, who's got a tow truck, and we hauled it out before it leaked oil everywhere. The pond's fine, just a few tire marks and some churned up mud. My fence, though, splintered. Cost me $200 in lumber to fix. I figured that was the end of it. Karen's tantrum would fizzle like her others. Then, a week later, I got served papers. She's suing me for $50,000, claiming negligent property maintenance and emotional distress. Her lawyer, some slick guy from the city, says my pond's an attractive nuisance and the fence was inadequate. Never mind that she's a grown woman who trespassed. I called my lawyer, Sarah, who's handled boundary disputes before. She read the complaint and snorted. "This is garbage, Tom. She's got no case. She was intoxicated, trespassing, and destroyed your property. We'll countersue for damages and legal fees." Sarah dug into it. Turns out, Karen's ATV joyride wasn't her first. Neighbors reported her buzzing around at all hours, scaring livestock. Greg let slip to Mike at the gas station that Karen had 3 wine coolers before her ride. We got a toxicology report from the sheriff, who'd responded to my call about the crash. Karen's blood alcohol was 0.09, over the limit. Sarah also found my property records, showing the pond's been there since the 1950s, long before Karen's McMansion. The attractive nuisance argument? Meant for kids, not tipsy adults. The case hasn't gone to court yet, but we had a mediation session last week. Karen showed up in a neck brace, limping, like she'd been in a car wreck, not a pond dunk. Her lawyer droned on about unsafe conditions. Sarah slid over photos of the no trespassing sign, the intact fence before the crash, and Karen's ATV tracks tearing through her own yard straight to my property. She also played a video from my trail cam, showing Karen laughing and swerving before the crash, wine cooler in hand. "Ms. Karen," Sarah said, "you caused this. Drop the suit, or we'll bury you in court." Karen's lawyer whispered in her ear. She glared at me, then muttered, "This isn't over," but her limp vanished as she stormed out. Greg stayed behind, apologizing. "She's difficult," he said. "I'll talk to her." I'm not holding my breath. Karen's still strutting around, telling neighbors I booby-trapped my land. Most folks just roll their eyes. She's cried wolf too many times. I've got the neighborhood on my side, plus Mike and a few others who'll testify about her ATV stunts. Sarah's prepping our countersuit, and we're asking for the fence repair, legal fees, and punitive damages for her frivolous claim. If Karen wants a fight, she picked the wrong guy. I've dealt with coyotes smarter than her. For now, I'm keeping Rusty by the pond and my shotgun loaded. Not for Karen, but for the peace of mind. The pond's still there, fish swimming, cattails swaying. It's my land, my home, and no lawsuits changing that.